So how much money do you need to purchase a home? So this is a very complex question when we haven't spoken about your situation in particular. But I'll divide it into three sections. One, you need to have the initial money to do the initial steps, which is inspections and appraisals. Appraisals could be about $500. And this is true for the state of Kentucky and the state of Florida. You also will need to pay for the appraisal. Most lenders will ask you to pay it up front out of your pocket rather than to add it into on your closing cost. So you will need to have that. In addition, you'll have to make a deposit, which is called an earnest money deposit. In Kentucky, you could probably do about $2,000, $1,000. In Florida, depending on the price of the home, it could probably go from $1,000, $5,000, $10,000. But that's all negotiable. Just know that you need to have that money up front. Then let's move towards your down payment. Also, down payment varies. Let's say that you have a conventional loan and you want to give 20% down. Well, even though you don't have to, you could. So it's 20% based on the property price, whatever the purchase price of the property. Or you could do 5% down conventional, or if you're a first-time home buyer and you qualify for a conventional 3% down off the purchase of the home. Or you can also do what it's called an FHA loan, which is 3.5% of whatever the home you're purchasing the home for. So we just have to do that math based on the purchase price you're looking to, and we'll have to find out what type of loan you qualify. Then we'll move towards closing costs. Closing costs are all the costs associated with the purchase or sale of a home. So a lot of those costs goes towards government fees, closing agencies fees, and lender fees if you're financing the property. If you're purchasing with cash, then obviously you don't have to pay the lender fees. So in Kentucky, it's roughly about a $250,000 home. It's probably about $6,000 to $7,000. The same price in Florida, it's probably about $10,000, $12,000, $15,000. So it depends on the state that you're in. So let's say that you're watching from California, your closing costs might be a little bit more than that, or less, or in between. So you might want to talk to your realtor and find out. You can talk to a realtor or you can talk to a lender. They'll give you a good idea of what closing costs could be in your area. But that gives you a good idea, at least for the state of Florida and the state of Kentucky. That's where we are licensed and we can help our clients on those two states. So you add all of those three together, and then that's basically what you need for to purchase a home. Keep in mind that the deposit that you initially give, let's say it's $1,000, $10,000, that money, if you do purchase the home, it gets back to you at closing. So let's say at closing you need to bring, you made a deposit of $1,000, and at closing you need to bring $10,000. Well, since you already gave that $1,000, you subtract the $10,000 that you will need to bring minus that $1,000, then you will need to bring $9,000. A deposit is just that, a deposit towards your purchase of the home, and that money will be credited to you at closing, unless there's any stipulations on the contract itself that you just give that money. But normally we don't see that, even though it's an option. It just depends on your own negotiation.